All right, so I've had a lot of techies reaching out to me saying, hey, why don't you like tech? Like, I'm a web developer, I build apps. Why don't you like technology? Technology's awesome. Or some of them reaching out and saying, hey, you might be right. It's getting cheaper. It's getting cheaper. Why don't you like it? Like, what do I do? Where is a techie having this whole service business thing? And let me just say first that I still absolutely love tech. I love software. I just don't necessarily like selling it. I think it's getting cheaper and cheaper every single year. So that's not a business that I would want to be selling the tech itself. I wouldn't want to sell the service and the technology itself. But on the other hand, tech and software getting cheaper is that's what has led to all the massive opportunities for on-demand services, making services faster, making services better, and putting a lot of people in the place where they can grow and scale a service-based business. So having a tech background puts you at a massive advantage. You're competing against mom and pop services that don't know how to use email, still use the yellow pages. If you have a tech background, you can do really, really well. You can crush your digital marketing. You can build out instant quote software on your website. You can build out systems to manage your employees, manage your quotes, manage your contracts. You can be 100% paperless. Your systems can be tight, they can be buttoned down, and they can be super efficient. You can build tools for your employees to use. Okay, you can implement scheduling tools and notification systems for customers. Keeping customers in the loop is a huge part of business nowadays. So many companies fail at that. So a big part of this is that you can collect marketing data and you can analyze it. Data is power. Most mom and pops are, they're trying to get involved in digital marketing. They're putting some social media ads. They're running some AdWords, but they're shooting from the hip. They aren't tracking their spend. They're not tracking their conversions. You can take this a step further and you can collect not only your marketing data, but you can add this to your operational data and your profit margin and where in your business you're making the most money, what customers are the most profitable. Then you can know where to focus, you can spend your money getting the right kind of customers and scaling your business in the areas that are most profitable for you. So another thing is you can build out projection models and you can estimate your hiring needs. You can build out your models to know how many customers you're going to get this year versus how many you got last year, and so on. So basically you can build out tools. There's a lot of out-of-the-box tools, but you can build out tools, you can put these together, and you can have a huge advantage when it comes time to scale your company and take a step back from it. So, one example of this, can you think of another pressure washing company that's out there using software and Google Maps to provide instant quotes on, pressure washing a driveway and sidewalk? No, nobody out there is doing that. How about a software that shows a customer exactly what the inside of their closet's going to look like when you're done building it out? How about an estimation system that allows a maid service to calculate the estimated time and cost based on all the previous data that they've gotten in all the other rooms and all the other, customers that they've serviced? All right, how about a dog boarding company that has an app that allows you to simply click a button and you're going to be there to pick up their dog 20 minutes later? Okay, no hassle, nothing. How many service companies have software that actually send a text and an email to a customer when the employee's on the way? Imagine if you just ordered someone to come, fix a pipe under your sink, and when they're on the way, you get a text message to your phone, you click a link and you see a picture of the plumber. You see a picture of the guy and it says, "Hi, my name's Nick, and I'm going to be at your house. I'm really excited to service you. This is how it's going to work." Everything's laid out, everything's clear. There's no bill collecting issues because the credit card is already on file. There's so many things that you can do. Imagine if someone, came to cut your grass, and when they left, you got a photo of how your grass looked before the cut, after the cut. You got any notes, any details about your grass, and you got a payment notification that your payment was automatically processed. Thank you so much. That would be awesome. Nobody's doing that right now. So the opportunities are endless. Apply tech to a service business and you'll have a huge advantage. So lucky for most entrepreneurs, there's a lot of software that's out of the box now. Software as a service has really taken off, and there's a lot of out of the box subscriptions and solutions for a ton of these problems. But a techie still has a big advantage. You can implement these things better. You can improve them. You can do things customized to your exact business. So let me say it again, that the real advantage here comes from the data. If you use software to analyze your data and use your data and price service and maximize profits, you're at a huge advantage. You can use the data to know when and where to specialize your service, what customers to avoid, what customers to target, what your average profit margin is per hour on this type of job, on that type of job. You can use that to narrow down your focus and focus on the stuff that is most important, the stuff that makes you the most money, the stuff that's most profitable, on the 20% of your customers that produce 80% of your profit. If you use this data and you analyze this data and you collect this data in the right way, it'll be extremely valuable to you, and you'll be able to use it to help you with every decision that you're going to face along the way. Techies have huge advantages when it comes to that. So, do you have to be a techie to do all this stuff? No. Do I like web development and selling services and remote businesses? Not necessarily. I think they're really competitive. People from Pakistan are doing this work now for $7 an hour. I got the Sweaty Startup built for $100 on Upwork. Okay, I know it's not a nice site. I know I got a lot of upgrading to do, but you get my point. You can get software like Jobber right out of the box, and you can have a lot of these same tools that I'm talking about right here, $20 a month. Okay, so it's getting cheaper. I don't think it's a race to the bottom. I still think you can win with a tech startup. I just think the odds are getting harder. The competition is getting fiercer. But if you focus on services, if you don't focus on the same things that all the brilliant tech nerds are doing, the Ivy League grads, the Silicon Valley guys, if you don't focus on that stuff and you take that same skill set and compete with the mom and pop on the corner, you can have a huge advantage. You can have a huge advantage, and you can build a business with those tech tools as your main competitive advantage, and you can win. So, as always, reach out to me, nick@sweatystartup.com. I'd be happy to answer your questions. I'd be happy to give you my thoughts on your industry, on your business idea. Visit my blog, sweatystartup.com, if you have any, if you want to read further, and don't hesitate to reach out.